I missed the call because my phone never rang. That's not how I realized something was wrong. At first, it was just a gap, an absence I couldn't explain. Like noticing a door slightly open that you were sure you closed. I only saw it later, scrolling through my call history out of habit, killing time while waiting for the kettle to boil. Missed call. 2:41 a.m., no caller ID. I stared at it longer than I should have. My phone had been on the kitchen counter all night, volume up. I'm a light sleeper. A vibration would have woken me. A ring definitely would have. But there was nothing. No memory of sound. No half-dream recall. Just that clean, undeniable entry in the log. I told myself it was a glitch. Phones do that sometimes. Logs duplicate, data desyncs. I cleared it and went on with my morning. I didn't know then that deleting it didn't remove it, it just made it try again. That night, I stayed up later than usual. Not intentionally, just one of those restless evenings where sleep feels like a room you can't quite enter. I left the TV on low volume and scrolled aimlessly, letting the noise blur. At 02:41 a.m., the TV audio stuttered. Not froze, not muted. It slipped like someone nudged the sound out of alignment. Words dragged half a second behind mouths. Laughter arrived late, hollow and wrong. Then everything snapped back to normal. My phone buzzed on the couch. Missed call, 2:41 a.m., no caller ID. My stomach tightened in that quiet, internal way that doesn't feel like fear yet. Just awareness. I checked my signal. Full bars, no notifications delayed, no do not disturb. The phone had been in my hand when the TV glitched. It hadn't rung. I didn't delete the call this time. On the fourth night, I didn't wait. I sat in silence, lights off, phone on the table in front of me. No TV, no music. I wanted to hear it if it happened. Wanted to prove to myself that I hadn't imagined the absence. 2:40 a.m. My apartment was still. Too still. The kind of quiet that makes you aware of your own breathing, your pulse in your ears. 2:41 a.m. Nothing rang. Nothing vibrated. The air felt thicker, though, pressurized. My ears popped slightly like elevation change. The room seemed to hold its breath. Then my phone screen lit up. Incoming call, no caller ID. There was no sound, no ringtone, no vibration, just the glow. My hand hovered over the screen. I could see the seconds ticking, the call waiting patiently for a response. I didn't answer. The screen went dark. Missed call logged. 2:41 a.m. The pressure in the room released all at once, like a sigh I hadn't realized I was waiting for. The next day, the call showed up in my voicemail. There was no notification. I only found it because my voicemail icon showed a badge. One unheard message. That didn't make sense. I hadn't declined the call. I hadn't let it ring. There shouldn't have been anything to leave a message. The audio file was exactly 6 seconds long. I pressed play. At first, there was nothing, just digital silence. Then very faintly, I heard movement. Not speech, not static. A sound like fabric shifting close to a microphone. Breathing, maybe, but not rhythmic. As if whoever, or whatever, was on the other end hadn't decided how to breathe yet. The message ended abruptly. I played it again, louder. On the third listen, I noticed something that made my throat go dry. The breathing didn't line up. It wasn't responding to the recording being played. It was responding to me. When I leaned closer to the speaker, the sound adjusted subtly, but unmistakably, like it was compensating for distance. Listening back. I stopped sleeping after that. Every night at 02:41 a.m. the call came. Always silent. Always logged. Sometimes it left a voicemail. Sometimes it didn't. The audio changed slightly each time. Longer pauses. Closer presence. More confidence. I tried blocking unknown callers. The call still logged. I turned the phone off. It logged anyway, timestamped the moment I powered it back on. Once, I removed the SIM entirely. The call appeared under Wi-Fi activity. That was when I stopped trying to stop it. On the 7th night, I answered. The moment my finger touched the screen, the pressure returned stronger than before. My ears rang. The silence on the line felt dense, textured. I said nothing. Neither did it. But I could tell the connection was open. Not because I heard anything, but because the room felt smaller, like the distance between objects had been reduced, folded inward. After a few seconds, something shifted. A sound emerged, not through the phone speaker, but from behind me. A faint click, like a call connecting on another line. My phone screen displayed a timer. I realized then that the silence on the call wasn't empty. It was waiting for confirmation. I ended the call. The calls stopped after that. No more missed entries. No voicemails. No pressure at 02:41 a.m. I slept deeply, normally. For a while, everything felt resolved. Until yesterday. I was reviewing my phone's storage, clearing old files, when I found an audio recording I didn't remember saving. 6 seconds long. Dated tomorrow. I haven't played it yet. But sometimes, when the room is quiet and I'm not paying attention, I feel that familiar pressure behind my ears. Like something still connected, just waiting for me to pick up again.